An accident. His Majesty was slain right inside this palace. Ebuna, tell us, who killed our king?
I don't know who killed the king, my elders.
Ebuna, how can you say you don't know who killed our king when you are the man charged with the responsibility of the king's welfare and security?
Heaven knows I am telling the truth. I don't know the people that killed the king. I wish I knew.
Then tell us all about it. Tell us how it all happened.
It was when the queen drove out. After a few minutes, Her Majesty's car drove back again. I thought Her Majesty must have forgotten something. But to my greatest surprise, two hefty men came out of the car with a briefcase and walked straight into the palace. So I suspected something must have gone wrong. So I rushed at the back of the house. And peeked through the window. At that moment, the king was about to go for a meeting when they entered the palace.
What are these guys? Ebuna! Ebuna!
Good day, Your Majesty.
This young man, who are you and what do you want?
Your Majesty, my names are Honorable Chidoke. This is my colleague here, Honorable Eyewitness.
Why are you people coming from different angles?
Sorry, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, we're coming from the government house.
Okay, government house.
I won't waste much of your time. We have a message to deliver to you.
Thank you. Let me have it.
Thank you, sir.
To my greatest surprise, I saw one of the men brought out a gun from the briefcase. Shot the king. I ran away.
So, somebody will walk into this palace and kill our king in cold blood. Huh? This is too bitter to swallow. Too bitter.
Oh no. I still find it very difficult, very hard to believe that some total strangers walked into this palace unmolested and murdered our king. What I am saying is that the person that knows a dog gives it children on the neck.
You made a point here. You made a point. But Odu, this matter is a little complicated. See? However, I believe that whatever is done in the dark must definitely come to light.
Your Highness, please, we want you to tell us what happened when you drove out of the palace.
The boot all through. I was calling for help, but nobody could help me. From the moment I was put in the boot, I never saw or heard anything that happened in the palace. And the next place I saw myself, it was when I returned to the palace that I realized that my husband, the king, has been murdered by those heartless people.
Umobi. Mina ye awo. Mina bae hinanya. The lion of Umobi kingdom has roared his last. The smiling sun has frowned. The darkness prevailed over the land. There is tears in the sun. The web of the lion cries out, for the great one has been silenced. But the tigritude of the tiger is always intact, dead or alive. For every whisper must surely be disclosed to the ears. Some strangers walked into this palace, shot our king, and disappeared into oblivion. Nobody went after them. However, if one says the fowl can eat lizard, he must have meant the tiny little ones. Definitely not Aga. Ajani Igidi is watching. The great Omambala is watching. Justice must surely be done. Umobi Kingdom has found herself in an unfamiliar and difficult situation. For whosoever lacks the basic things on which his life revolves is indeed in a great predicament. The throne of Umobi has never been without a king. Our kingdom has never lost a king in this manner. Therefore, I urge each and every one of you to go home and think about how we can face this calamity and misfortune that has befallen us.
Thank you, Ezomo. We have heard what you said. We shall all meet on the next Ekemake day in Onowu's house to put our heads together and know the way forward. Indeed, this is a strange time for Mobi Kingdom. A strange time. But together as a people, we shall overcome. Yes. Thank you, Ezomo.
What? Edu! 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 Where is your boss? And who brought this paper?
Madam, I don't know who actually brought the paper. But as soon as my boss got the news, he rushed out immediately to the village.
So, it's true?
I know.
Yeah, I want you to know that nothing happens in this universe
without the knowledge of God. So you got to be strong and trust in the Lord.
But Father, why did God allow this happen to my family? My husband, the king, who was a peaceful man. He did not offend anyone.
Your Majesty, weeping endureth for night, but joy comes in the morning. Thus says the Lord. I know you are heartbroken now and completely engulfed in sorrow, but he that watches over Israel neither sleeps nor slumber. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God delivers him from them all.
Father, you said, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him from them all. Then why did the Lord allow my husband to die? Why?
Your Majesty, we are not in a position to question God. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. Let us not mourn like people without hope. For death is not the end of life, but it's just a transition to another realm of existence. Be strong, Your Majesty. Be strong.
Your Majesty, what I heard, is it true?
Yes. It is true.
King, I saw last week.
Happened to French CHIKA. The late Igwe was a very honest man, very peace-loving man, whom I don't think could afford to offend anybody because he always said the truth. I can't see how this man wants somebody to. His death has very painful over the kingdom with fearful and terrific effect.
I greet you, my elders.
You're welcome, Basil. No, Izuna. I've been thinking of a reason why somebody can assassinate such a person in vain. And his assassination has reverberated throughout the whole kingdom with fear and terror effect. Because our people are saying that if the Igwe could be killed in his palace, despite all the security details and guards, then how much more they the common men? In other words, nobody is safe again in this kingdom.
Nobody?
Nobody!
Onowu, I know that what happened was a jaw-dropping experience, but we cannot continue lamenting like women. We need to stand up and stamp our feet like men. Umuobi Kingdom cannot continue like a ship without a compass. We need direction. We need leadership. So I say, we choose a new king. When we're done, we sit down and find out who killed our king.
Umuobi Kingdom will never be that ship with a compass. Very soon we are going to meet and select who is going to be our new king.
Izuna, I know you mean well for this kingdom, but we will first bury the late king. Then we can sit and decide on the next step to take towards selecting a successor.
All right. Let me see the queen.
Thank you very much.
So all I can say is...
See the cloud is coming down on and darkness covers over.
The king was murdered in this palace in broad daylight. This has never happened before. Never has this happened. All kings in their time died naturally, and God's appointed time for them to die. Now I want to believe that not all of you are ignorant of this. As such, I say all hands must, repeat, must be on deck. Find out, scoop out, and bring them to book. As a matter of fact, as a matter of urgency, and as a matter of transparency, in my position, I will give the sum of 1 million naira to anyone who can provide useful information on how to track and arrest these criminals. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
I know that this is a difficult time for the people of Umuobi Kingdom. They have never been without a king. But difficulties and hardship are no excuse for indulging in unwholesome conduct. It is a matter of necessity that we come together to find out who killed our king.
Very well. I think it's the true matter of necessity that we sieve out those who killed our dear king. I personally have made a public announcement that anyone who can provide useful information on how to capture and arrest these killers of our dear king, I would give 1 million naira.
Ezemo, I see nothing wrong in finding the people who killed our king. I know it's quite difficult to make certain decisions at a time like this, but I still maintain that we move this kingdom forward. We find an heir to the throne of this kingdom. We must not trade the peace and stability of this kingdom for anything at all.
I want you to educate my ignorance if there is any. Are you telling me that it is much more important for us to find an heir to the throne than finding out those who killed our dear king? Is that what you're saying?
Donald, I'm not placing priority on any of them. It takes bravery and courage to make certain decisions, difficult decisions at a time like this, and move forward. My queen, life has taught me that for all the hardship and misfortune that one has to go through, losing a loved one is the most devastating. Life has also taught me that God has his reasons for everything. So I tell you, be strong. Put the past behind you.
Thank you very much.
I know how hard it is. Believe me, I know. I want to assure you that I'll always be there for you. If you need anything at all, just a phone call. I also want to let you know that I'll be coming from time to time to know how you're faring.
Thank you so much for your concern and sympathy. I really do appreciate.
It's all right. Be strong. I'll take my leave now.
My Lord and my King, I know that you can fight those that killed you. Fight for my sake. Fight, for they have taken my happiness and they have made me a widow. I have given you this broom and sword. To fight this battle. I want you to revenge. I want you to revenge, to pacify my broken heart. I want you to revenge, to soothe my pain.
So have they gotten any information about who killed our king?
No useful information yet from the police, but they promise to brief us as they continue with their investigation.
My God, what kind of a wicked world is this? How can some folks just walk into someone's compound and murder him in cold blood? King Morrison was a peaceful man. He never looked for trouble.
Yes. I mean, the elders likened him to a man who always did plead for peace, but yet got the wind of a machete on his palm. Who didn't know that the king was a peaceful man who stood for the truth? Now look what happened to him.
This is a wicked word. When I came back to the house and saw the newspaper on the table, I read it over and over again. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was a reality. It took time to dawn on me.
I'm telling you, a very harsh reality. How events mock human foresight. I mean, if anyone had told me that this would happen to the king I saw last week, I would say that person's an absolute drunkard.
So, what is the next plan?
Well, he will be buried this morning as tradition demands by the elders, and then they'll have a meeting on the way forward. I would have stayed a little longer, but I decided to come back because I didn't see you before going to the village. Whatever decision they make, they'll update me. It's just so sad.
Very, very sad.
Well, that's all for now. So, since we decided to have a new year without inquiring first about who killed our late king, Morrison, I will do as you said.
Ezemuo, thanks so much. You see, the decision was taken, as you all know, as a precautionary measure to soothe the nerves of our people and to bring stability to this kingdom. So this point you raised, we have deliberated on them in the past before arriving at this decision.
I believe that the decision we made today is the best for the kingdom. Besides, our former Igwe, before Igwe Morrison, that is Igwe Akabichowa, he was still lying in state when we went ahead and got another Igwe.
But his death was quite different from that of King Morrison, who was murdered. He was assassinated.
Yes, I know it. But remember that the cause of his death is still a mystery, as we're not yet able to unravel the mystery behind it. Besides, my brother, death is death, no matter how you put it. I remember we ultimately are all dead men. It's just a matter of when and how.
Let us get down to the basics. We have to select 7 men of integrity, who will help us to nominate who shall be our king.
Who are the people that will make up this committee of 7 men?
Okbaleke, Igweke, Onuma, Obano, Barrister
Ene. And I think it will also be good if we add Dr. Ume and Olonji.
That's right.
That's a good choice too.
That's right.
And that makes them 7 men of impeccable character.
So these men of integrity will become members of the traditional committee, empowered to select and nominate people who shall become our king. So be it.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Well, I've seen the contents of the letter. I will go for the meeting. Thank you very much. We can go.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
I think the most important thing now is to fish out those that are behind the assassination of our Igwe before talking about how to choose a new king.
All right. Inform our elders that I've gotten the message and I will definitely be there.
Yes, sir. Please let me be on my way now.
Okay.
I want you to know that you are still our queen. And you must realize that we all are proud to have a young and beautiful lady like you as our queen. The death of your husband, don't see it like it's anything or the end of the world. Oh no. You still have a very important role to play in this kingdom. And as far as I am concerned, you will never have any reason to lack or struggle for anything, because I am here. And I offer you a hand to hold and a shoulder to lean on.
Thank you very much. Your words are really encouraging. And I am particularly impressed and happy about your kind gesture. It all shows that at a time like this, our people of this kingdom takes care of their royal ones. Thank you very much.
It's all right. I'll send my boys to get you some foodstuffs.
Wow, that's really nice. Thank you very much.
And one last thing. In case you have any problem, anything at all that needs the attention of a man like me, call me.
I will. Thank you very much.
It is good that this committee has been set up to choose who is going to be our next king. But to me, the most paramount thing to do is to find out those that killed our king and let them face the music.
Mazigweke, what you said is true. But a hunter who wants to shoot an ape must use a lot of tactics. Matters of this nature are better handled with great tact and carefulness so as to achieve the desired result. I believe that if we choose our next king, who will definitely be a man of great intelligence and highly educated, he would help us to fight and find out those that killed our late King Morrison. If not, if not, his life may end the same way.
Well, in my own opinion, I suggest we go ahead and choose our new king. None of us here would say he doesn't know the kind of misfortune that befalls a kingdom without a king. Besides, we would always fight and seek out those that assassinated our late Igwe.
Mazonuma, I thank you so much for that very important point. You see, taking responsibility for a kingdom is a no mean feat by any measure. Besides, if one wants to shoot a lion, he must put on a metal clothing. I have looked throughout the entire Umuobi kingdom, and the most qualified persons I can think of right now are only Izuna and Donald.
Yes. I'm in support of Barrister Enye's nomination of Donald and Izuna, because both have the desired qualities a modern day king is supposed to have, which are, number one, good educational background, intelligence, which is the bedrock of everything, and wealth.
Exactly. The king we must choose now must be educated, intelligent, and very rich. Obviously, Izuna and Donald are the perfect personification of these qualities.
Should both of them are perfect choice.
So, you and Izuna have been chosen for the throne. And after some consultations and considerations, the final choice will be made between both of you.
Oh. Smile. Say.
Hi. Hi, Mama. Hello, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Darling, he said that the community has deemed me fit to be their king.
Wow.
Mm.
Nice.
Yes, actually. Traditionally in our land, when a king joins his ancestors, the council of elders usually set up a 7-man committee who will choose the next Igwe. However, this time around, the committee has chosen Donald, your husband, and Izuna for the throne. Anyway, you have to remember that Izuna is not yet married.
Okay. Now here's my question. Has the committee met with Izuna on this issue?
Right now, as I'm speaking with you now, other members of the committee have been sent to Izuna to tell him about our decision.
The great Iroko of our kingdom, the Opunechendo, one of Nwobi kingdom, the roaring land that changes us.
Yes, I see it. In the end, there shall be only one outcome. I will emerge victorious. I see it. You know, if I had this world earlier than now, Umuobi kingdom would not have been like this. So now more day. Obona mwa buzu na emode bialo wanoge Umuobi amandikwa etu odi.
Ndi wa bodogu. Odogu no na be obinugwu, obi na ndida, obi chiroso, one of Umuobi kingdom. Dike ndikerara, dike na aguna, dike.
You know, all of you who support my bid to become king, you shall all smile. I will make all of you smile. And in the end, you will know why I am called Akunetiwoku, one of Umuobi kingdom.
Akunetiwoku wa.
You will see my magnanimity.
Odogu, na ibe, obinu, obi na ndida, obi chiroso, one of Umuobi. Dike.
Unacceptable. I mean, why would you be considering Izuna to become the king while you be his Akeze, his right-hand man? Why? Have you considered what is going to happen to your children? Do you know what is going to happen to that throne if he takes up the throne? You are the one who is supposed to be on that throne. If you do not give Izuna a very good fight, this house will not contain both of us.
Darling, you seem so certain about this now. How well do you know Izuna?
I do not need to study Izuna like a book. If he takes up that throne, everything will automatically change. He has a questionable character. Can't you see it? And absolute power corrupts absolutely. Darling, please, I need you to work so hard so you can be on top.
Very wonderful.
I didn't cook it, the maid did.
The maid?
Yes.
Well, it's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
Thank you. I'm really joking.
Okay, sorry. You okay?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Just take it easy, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Her Majesty.
Yes.
Chief Onya is here to see you. And Izuna brought her some foodstuffs. He brought some bags of rice, milk, yams, and some other beverages.
Okay, tell him I'm coming.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I want you to understand this vividly. Umuobi selected 7 wise men from the 7 villages in this kingdom, according to our tradition, to select the Igwe for us in a situation like this. However, the whole exercise has gone completely political, and one has to be extremely political with a good sense of political sagacity to win a contest like this. So on this note, I want you to go and get married as soon as possible.
Exactly. Marriage is one of the basic rudiments that will qualify you to ascend to the throne of Umuobi. Because before anybody becomes Igwe, he must have a wife. So you have to make that the top priority now.
Then after that, you would come and begin to work on the community so that the majority will stand behind you and help your quest to become the Igwe.
We have to tell you some members of the committee whom you can manipulate to your favor.
Ah. I'm thrilled by your support and loyalty. You are both wonderful confidants. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're all in support of you. Because nobody deserves to be the Igwe except you.
Time I tried to talk Baleke to come to her side, but he seemed indifferent.
Baleke, I really don't know who he's supporting.
I hope you'll be here today. Well, that won't be possible because I know that he's already in Izuna's camp. He came to me a couple of days ago telling me about how Izuna is the best choice for the throne. That is going to help our kingdom a great deal when he becomes the king.
Anyway, let's forget about Baleke. What about Igweke?
Igweke, I think I will talk to him.
Good. But we have to be more proactive in our approach because this is not going to be an easy contest.
Izuna will leave no stone unturned to get the throne. What step do we take next?
I do not understand what you mean.
My will.
This message is from the Council of Elders. What I mean is, since you do not have a male child for your husband, our late king, who will be the heir to the throne, and we're about choosing a new king, you will have to leave this palace. Yes, you are still very young and beautiful. You can even go ahead and remarry. Or decide to relocate to your husband's personal house. Because this place belongs to Umobi Kingdom. And our new king and his queen will soon pack into the palace. And will not tolerate a clash of queens. So consider it. It's our advice. I'm going to take my leave.
Your Majesty, I heard all that EZURUONYE was telling you here. Don't mind him, and don't mind them either. Nobody has the right to send you away from this palace, because this palace is not the property of the community.
I don't understand what you mean.
I know the history of this palace. This palace was built by your late husband's grandfather, Wepa. So, this palace is the bona fide property of your late husband. Nobody has the right to take it away from you.
You mean that I can contend with them over this palace?
Definitely. Definitely, my queen. All you have to do is to make them realize that you know everything about this palace. That's all. And I'm always here to help.
First of all, I have to congratulate both of you for your nomination on the throne of Umobi Kingdom. Our people have actually made the right choice. I want to assure you that whoever that emerges as the king of this kingdom, I want to assure you of my respect, loyalty, and support.
Oh no, you have spoken well. Your words are indeed encouraging. And I say, I thank you so much for your utmost support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh no, you are indeed a man of great wisdom and knowledge. This kingdom is proud of you. I'm also proud of you. And I know that with a man like you, I will make giant strides in this kingdom.
Well, they say that when the masquerade is strong, it's always easy to find a volunteer who handle the gun. You are the best, both of you, in this kingdom. So we are looking forward for the day one of you shall be our king.
Thank you.
You are welcome, our sons of destiny. It is customary in our land, as chosen heirs to the throne, to visit and present yourselves to the prominent elders of the kingdom before one of you is finally crowned the king. Most importantly, I want you to know that I am very, very happy that you have been chosen. And that I, Odi Beziako, is supporting you. Welcome once again and congratulations.
Oh no. Yes. Our Igwe had just died. I am worried. And instead of us to inquire what killed our Igwe,
or why he was murdered. We are in the process of crowning another evil.
Well, you are right. You are right. I understand your feelings.
Now, let's look at it this way. If a man is about to die, and he tells his children where he wants his body to be buried, but after his death, his children decide to do the opposite, what do you think will happen? Definitely there will be problem.
Well, that's what people feel. But it's not always so, because the owners of the corpse are those he told to bury him. And as the owners of the corpse, they have the right to bury him wherever they like, except the tradition says otherwise. You see, the community owns the king, and the king owns the community as well. So if the community decides today to have a new king, so be it. We have no choice, because the voice of the people is the voice of God.
No. Are you saying everything is in order?
Please, go and do your duty without fear or favor. Okay?
Sit. This is an ancestral stool of Umubi Kingdom, which one of you is about to occupy. Whoever becomes the king must sit on this stool. It has spiritual powers of protection and destruction. Whoever must sit on this stool must be clean. Your hands must be clean. So, I would rather you go home now and prepare yourselves. Because after the selection comes this ritual, which may protect or spell out doom for anyone that sits on it. You can go.
I know that this people will come one day to chase us away from this palace.
Yes. It's because the queen doesn't have a child. That's why they're maltreating her.
But she can marry another man now.
She can marry another man, yes, we know. But who is willing to marry her?
Uchi, what are you talking about?
The queen is still very young and pretty. And every man will always come for her. You know that the queen is very influential and powerful. And men of nowadays, they like to marry women they can control. The queen is a woman of power.
Uche, you have a point there. But I think she can get married again. Yes, she can get married again.
Anyway, anyhow it turns out, we're here. Let's watch out.
Sorry. James, to be honest with you, I think the best thing for us to do now is to start planning. Start planning on what we should do. So that if we finally move out of the palace, we won't lack anything. Or start wandering around this village endlessly.
I think you are right. You are right, Mike. Because the way things are going on now, I don't know what will be our fate in this palace.
This
Frankly speaking, I never for one day believed that our people will call up me to become their king. I never nursed that kind of ambition, not even for a day.
Darling, you don't need to have the ambition. Some are born to be great. Some achieve greatness. And some have greatness entrusted upon them. I just think greatness is following you.
It's not as easy as you claim. You know what they say, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Well, crown or no crown, life generally is no bed of roses. How is the difference between them? Basically, they are the same thing.
You know, it's a shame that our dead king didn't have a son. Now the throne is going to leave his family to another. And if I decide not to become king, the throne automatically goes to Izuna.
That is exactly what I am talking about. If Izuna becomes the king and his wife gives him a son, Izuna and his son will have dynasty in Umuobi kingdom. And his son will take after him and become the king. And you and I and our children will become his loyal subject. Hell no. I will not allow this opportunity of becoming the next queen of Umuobi kingdom pass me by. You better think about it.
Obviously, what you have just told me simply implies that the battle has been won. You have no contest at all. Nobody then is challenging you about the throne.
I offered Donald a deal before nomination to make him the Akaise, the king's right-hand man, if he accepts to leave the throne for me. And he accepted.
That means the matter has been settled. In fact, from now on, go to bed and sleep with your two eyes closed. When you wake up in the morning, drink your wine, eat your food, celebrate, because the throne of Umuobi is already in our hands.
I like that.
Ezekweche. Ezekweche. I was with him last night, and he told me that before they were nominated, he had a discussion with Donald, in which they agreed that Izuna will be the king, while Donald will be the Akaise.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. I'm telling you that this is what he told me last night. I went to see him.
Well, if that is the case, then the matter is settled.
Exactly.
In fact, it has made our matter easier. There will be no contest anymore.
Indeed. It's a wonderful arrangement. Izuna, I know, will be a great king for our great kingdom.
Well, with the way it stands right now, I really don't know whom to support. Because I don't know both of them very well. However, I know one of them will definitely become our king and rule over us. So, I have to make my choice.
Well, Dr. May, as for me, I am supporting Izuna because he is the best choice between the two. Even Donald himself knows about that. That is why he supported him to go ahead. Donald is a coward, and I cannot support such a person.
What do you mean? Why did he tell him to go ahead?
Obviously, he's a weakling. He's not man enough to be the king. Any man who wants to be a king has to be a strong man with a brave heart.
Mature man. And I like to handle things in a very mature way. Regardless, Izuna and I, whom you elders have deemed fit for the throne, are children to you. As such, I have deemed it fit to give honor to whom honor is due. My father said that when you honor elders, the blessings of elders must follow you. So in this vein, I have come to tell you that I respect you and would always give you respect I would even give a king. So, with this, I would like you to have this little token. And also this token of 500,000 naira. This is just for the first visit.
I see that the people you helped have come to pay homage and show appreciation.
No, it is Ike Nobi, Donald, that came to see me with these things.
Donald?
Donald, yes. You are welcome. Let's go inside.
do you think is the best choice between Izuna and Dona?
Well, that is a very difficult question to answer. Because both of them are two great men with different personality and ideology. But as a member of the committee, I think that... Yes, come in.
Greetings, my elders.
Ebuna, you're welcome. You're welcome. Sit down. This one you're in my house. I hope all is well.
All is well. Well, Naonya, I actually went to your house. They said you are here.
Yes.
So I have come to tell you that the palace does not belong to the community.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Well, what I'm saying is that the palace is the bona fide property of the late king, Morrison. It does not belong to the community. I have come to tell you because you were the one that came to deliver the message in the palace.
Did you eat palm fruit? Or is this the color of your teeth?
None of the above, Naonya. I know the truth hurts. Well, when Umobi Kingdom gets their new king, the community should give him an empty land to build his own palace. There are plenty of empty lands in the community. They should give him land to build his own and not another man's house.
How do you know that the palace does not belong to the community?
I have the documents to prove what I am saying. Well, I'll be on my way. Thank you.
Izuna, you are welcome. Izuna!
Tell me, did you by anywhere discuss or agree with Izuna that you are going to be the Akeze while he will be the king?
Excuse me? Hell no.
So, why must he say a thing like that if you have no such agreement with him?
Wait, you mean you go around telling people that?
Exactly. That is the story he and his supporters has been spreading around the village.
Ah, Izuna. I've always known Izuna to be very desperate. But must he make up stories and tell lies in order to get to the throne?
If I wanted to opt out, I would have personally gone to the elders and the committee and told them about it. So what are we talking about here?
Exactly. I was surprised when I heard it.
Oh dear. I was only playing dirty politics.
So we are getting there.
I spoke with him. He gave me the impression that he was okay with the agreement. I never knew Donald was not a man of his words.
Well, as you can see, it is now crystal clear that he is very much interested in the throne and is going to be a very strong contender. So, I would rather have no stone unturned because it's going to give you a good fight for the throne.
Of course I know Donald will put up a good fight. I know him too well. But you know what? I'm ready for him.
Good. I'm glad you know. So the first thing you have to do now is to get yourself a wife. I think that will show the people of this kingdom how ready you are to lead them. And the people of Umuobi I know will make you their #1 choice. As for Donald, you need not worry about what he's doing or what he's not doing. All you need to do is to do your own thing and be ready. We are going to help you take care of you.
I like that. And you're such a wonderful friend. You've always been there for me. Thank you for your support.
You're welcome.
All right. I'm a very busy man, as you know. I'm off.
What you have done so far, trust me, you did well. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, thank you very much. In fact, I actually had to take the campaign to the grassroots first.
That's what I'm talking about, you see? Now the elders, the small and mighty, all the villagers will just support you in anything you do.
Well, let's see what happens first.
You must be hungry now.
Ah, of course I am.
Let me go and fetch your food.
Okay, let me go change.
Majesty.
Yes.
Mr. Izuna came today to look for you.
Where did you tell him that I went to?
I told him I don't know, that you only went out.
Did he have any message for me?
No, Your Majesty.
All right. Call me Ibuna.
What are you doing in my house? You chameleon. I thought you were an honorable man. Donald, you are nothing but a stone-cold liar.
I'm not here to extend my hand of friendship. Neither am I here to make merry with you. I've come to tell you that our discussion with regards to the throne is no more. No more, Izuna. I only accepted your offer of Akez there because my father at the time was still alive, and as such I could not be king. But right now, my father is no more. Let it be known that our discussion does not hold water anymore. Have a nice day.
Who killed Donald's father?
Donald's father. Who is Donald's father?
The man who put pipe-borne water in this community.
We read about him, but we don't really know who he is. We don't even care who he is. We don't care who goes down. The only person that told us to terminate one Mazi Wakwe, I think was Donald, your friend.
Who is that? Who is that? Ah! It's your race.
Interesting. So Donald killed his own father so he can be king.
Wait. Was he really his father?
Yes, he was his father.
For real?
The man you killed was Donald's father. Game on. No problems.